Hey guys, well I've had it back on the ground, obviously got the wheels all on it, and I've sort of tested it a little bit. I only backed it out of the shed and drove it back in, but I noticed one thing guys. Before I do this test, I want to note that it's incredible when you start to load it up with the brakes on it. You can really almost feel the front lift of the car. It's wanting to dig down and pull the arse of the car down. And whereas before, it would try and lift the back and it would bust into wheel spin very easily. Now, it seems to want to grab a lot more. I really struggled to get the tyres to turn. You know, to sort of start to spin it, and it just really wanted to bite. So to me, it feels very different already. My bottom control arm bushes are knackered. I had it in park and I was just rocking it backwards and forwards. It was just basically to see if there was any movement in the top of the bracketry system I made up, and that's as tight as anything. But I looked and the diff was just moving up and down maybe a degree or so. And I thought, what the hell's going on here? Anyway, I got further looking and I could hear this sort of almost a little bit of a click going on, and my bottom bushes on my bottom control arm are completely flogged out. So we're going to, and you know what guys, they're only new. Well, not new, but 6 or 7 years ago I did them. So they're completely stretched, you can see them, they're just worn, all flogged out. So I'm going to put neoprene ones in the bottom of it. I do have a neoprene, a neo bush in the top arm off the diff, when I ordered the diff. That's as tight as anything still, but the bottom ones are knackered. So we're going to replace them in the next few weeks. But anyway, what I'm going to do now guys for you, just to give you a little bit of a heads up and a look at it, I've put an inclination angle degree, it's a gravity one, set up off the diff. It's a magnetic, so it's hanging from the bottom of the diff. Just keep an eye on where it is now. I'll just give it a wiggle and try and centre it up. And I'm going to sit in the back of the car. I've got 3/4 of a tank of fuel in it, so I'm around 80 kilos. We'll see if there's any movement in it at all. Look, I'd be happy if a degree of movement through the whole range of suspension, even 2 wouldn't worry me. But if it's going to be 3 or 4 or 5 onwards, yeah, it's not really ideal. So let's sit in the back and just take a reference from when I'm sitting in it. Alright, there you go. I'll give it a little wiggle, just make sure it's centred in there. So reference off that mark. Okay, so I'm going to jack it up off the body. It may lift a little bit on the camera, it's only sort of the weight of the wheels lightening up. Okay, we'll start jacking it. Well, I've gone up probably 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch then. I've gone up easy an inch of travel. Another pump. We're looking at nearly, yeah, good 50 mil there, easy. I don't want to go too high. We're looking at about 2.5 inches because the spring will pop out of the socket. I'll give it a little wiggle just to see. Okay, reference off that. I can't see what it's doing. And I'll come back down again. Like I said, if it's a degree, maybe 2 at the max, I'm happy. It's a win. Alright folks, well it's just a little test. I always like to show you guys everything that I do. And you know, I know that what I've done to it now has really changed it. Just like I said earlier, just for launching even. I think it's going to be amazing. I'm really stoked with it, the end results. It feels really good, and I think it's going to be an absolute ripper, guys. Alright, well, there you go, little test. I'll put one up soon, guys. We'll catch you later.